What's up, everybody? Listen, big hair don't care. Take it in, okay? Guess what time it is? No, it is not Yellow Day or Big Bird Day. It is time for Single Talk. Oh my God, what does that mean for you? That means that you need to come on in the room, number one. And once you get here, number two, I need you to share. Share with your friends, share with your family, share, like. You do not want to miss tonight. It is going to be absolutely amazing. And I know it's been a while. It's been like 2 weeks. So just in case you're just joining, I do this, I guess it's a show, if you will. It's a Facebook Live show every other Tuesday. So every other Tuesday at 8 p.m. So you guys can mark your calendar so you don't have to keep inboxing your girl asking when we're going to go live again. Okay? Every other Tuesday, 8 o'clock, we do Single Talk Live. Why do I do Single Talk Live? Well, number one, I'm one of y'all. Okay? And we don't always have a platform that we can plug into that isn't someplace where we either feel bullied or there's some type of stigma attached to being single. And so I like to have these discussions, open discussions about topics like dating, relationships. Some of you are single and you find you're not looking for a mate. You know, that's one of the stigmas, that if you're single, you're absolutely looking to be in a relationship. And for some of y'all, that's not the case. For some of y'all, like myself, it absolutely is the case. Hey, Ivana, I see you join there. And so, although I'm not desperate, I am open to love. Come on, is there anybody else on here that's open to love? Like your girl? It's all right. It's all right. Y'all can be open to love. It is all right. So this is what I love about this kind of new way that we're doing Single Talk. I don't have to be the only one talking or just talking back to you. So what I've been doing is bringing on relationship experts, lovers of love, if you will. And a couple weeks ago, if you joined us, hey, Ivana. A couple weeks ago, if you joined us, then you were on when we were talking to Dr. Aisha. And honey, okay, we talked about the Beyonce effect, body shaming, and it was good. It was good stuff. It was absolutely good stuff. And so I said, we got to keep it high. We got to keep the momentum going. And I said, there's no better person that I can bring on after Dr. Aisha, none other than my sister from another mister, Miss Adrienne Ebill. Oh my God. Like y'all are in for such a treat. And I can go on and on, but I'm going to read a little bit of her bio, and then we're just going to jump right into the discussion. Why prolong it? You know, let's talk about it. So today, you ready, Lynn? Yes. So today we're going to be talking about detoxifying before dating. Come on in here. Detoxifying before dating. It's about to get real. Because some of y'all trying to meet people and y'all toxic. I'm just saying. Ooh. Listen, Adrienne, that's why I need you on. Let me go ahead and read this bio before I'm the one to get beat down. Okay? All right. So we're going to jump right in to the bio. All right? Well, actually, me and Adrienne go way back. But we about to be professional up in here. Listen, y'all. Encouraging author. Captivating speaker. Engaging coach, fearless leader of women, 18-year wife to best friend Donald Bell Jr., mom of two wildly amazing kids, Adriana and Donald III, affectionately known as AB. Adrienne Ebill is passionate about Christian single women no longer being bullied by society and the church. Come on, that's why she's a sister of mine. Her love for singles to achieve excellence in love and career is one of her greatest joys. So I'm so excited to bring her on. But before we do that, I want you to know, because I know there's some men that are going to be joining tonight. Listen, she has a heart for the sisters, but she got something for the brothers up in here too. So if you are a man and you've joined, you are also in the right place. Okay, don't you go nowhere. Invite some friends on. Again, I'm giving y'all just a couple seconds before we bring on the woman, the speaker of the hour. Come on for Facebook Live, speaker of the hour. Adrienne Ebill. Okay, now listen, y'all. I need y'all to pray with me. Pray with me that when I click add, that it's actually gonna add. Come on in here. Okay, see if we can do it. As it's adding. Come on, pray saints.
Hello.
Yeah. Well, Adrienne, hey, yeah. I love the energy. How are you, sis?
Fantastic. How are you? Can you hear me good?
I can hear you just fine. You can hear me okay?
I can.
Absolutely. Oh my God. Let's just jump right in. I gave a little bit of back history on who you are. But for those people who maybe even missed a little of the bio, why don't you start by telling the people, with your own words, a little bit about who you are, what you do, what you're passionate about, and let's go from there.
Okay. Hey, everybody. So it's your girl, Adrienne Ebill. I love, first of all, Brandy. She's amazing. I think I'm like a low-key fan, like seriously, like high-key actually. And so I am so passionate about seeing not just married women win. We've been doing Wifeability for almost 6 years now, and I'm an author, speaker, all that stuff. But at the end of the day, my heart is to see single women properly prepare for marriage, because there's so much erroneous information out here and women are confused. They're like, wait, so is that okay? Oh, especially single, especially Christian women. Mm-hmm. I don't like to say the church. I'm going to say the Pharisees. Come on here. The Pharisees and the scribes got people feeling crazy. Okay. Yeah. And I am giving women permission to have conversations that no one wants to have with them. I'm talking about single mothers. I'm talking about women who are divorced, women who are separated, women who have been ostracized for having children out of wedlock. Maybe women had an affair with a married man and didn't know he was married. Like, that's real. And even if I did know he was married, ma'am, okay, well, I did it, and okay, I'm delivered now. Get your life. Yes. All right. So I'm tired of seeing women bullied. I mean, women are being bullied, like literally cyber bullied. They're being sent.
Uh-oh.
Hello.
Adrienne, can you hear?
Okay, there you go. Can you see me, hear me? Yes. All right. So women are being bullied, cyber bullied, texting. People are texting them nasty messages. People are sending screenshots of ridiculous stuff. And so I am tired of people being bullied. So I'm raising up an army of wives who fight for single women and say, look, this is our sister. This is our little sister. And you can try it if you want to. And really helping married women, holding married women accountable, because we get on our high horse and we're like, well, I got my man now, so sis, you got to get yours like I had to get mine. That's not right. That's not Bible. And we can't say we are women of the word, women of God, especially if you call yourself a pastor, preacher, a prophet, evangelist, a soup kitchen worker, whatever you do, and you don't have anybody that you train to be a wife the proper way. And when I say proper, I'm talking about, submission gets a bad rap. Like, women are the only ones responsible for submission. No, like, men are supposed to do it first and then we submit. But see, don't nobody talk about that. So I'm here to dispel some myths about what the woman's role is in dating, and not over spiritualize it, but make it practical so she's not looking dumb in these streets, because the church will have you looking dumb in these streets. Some churches will have you looking dumb.
On a group date. Come on, group date. No,
come on, group date, ma'am. Okay, you pulled up in a whole wheelchair talking about singles night out. Stop.
No, I don't want to go. I don't.
No, thank you. So we got to reposition. We throw all the singles in one group. But if I'm a single mother, I have a different perspective. If I'm a single woman who's never had children, I have a different perspective. If I'm a single woman who's been married with fertility issues, I have a different perspective. So nobody's talking about the different perspectives that single women are going through. So that's what I want to talk about.
No, I'm excited. And just so, just to kind of keep, focus too on the audience as well. We do have some fellas that's joining. Prince, I see you there. Tej, I see you there. You in the right place. Y'all can get some too, right on up in here. But specifically when but specifically when when I asked you to be on, I was on your website, and just in case some of you guys didn't catch that in the beginning, one of the I guess organizations that Adrienne has is Wifeability. Just in case you didn't hear that clearly, www.wifeability.com. Check it out. It's absolutely amazing things that she does. I have some of the CDs. I've listened to them myself. Come on in here trying to get my life right. But we talked about, one thing that I wanted to address was detoxifying before dating. And before we get into that, I wonder, do we need to spell out what dating is? Because I think people don't even, in this day and age, a date to them might be just come on over and chill. Is that a date? I mean, how do we constitute, we can't detoxify and go on a date if we don't even know what the date is? What's a date, child? Help us.
In 2018, and I'm very clear on 2018, you really have to do a sober date. And when I say sober, I'm talking no alcohol. I'm talking, because you got to make sure you don't miss nothing. Okay. Now, I'm not talking about you super saved, and I ain't talking about that, I got to take communion on Sunday, so I can't drink. I'm not talking about that. But there's a sober perspective, a sober thought process, a sober heart, and not go into a conversation with a man based on your last experience. You cannot go into a conversation like that, because he's gonna get defensive. And he's going to be offended. So go into a dating situation with an open mind, not an open heart. There's a difference. We go in like, I think he's the one. I feel it in. I think this is it. How about you just get some French fries and a slushie and let him talk?
Absolutely.
Okay? Another thing about dating, sis, is in 2018, I always tell my clients, go to lunch. Don't go to dinner. And the reason why I say go to lunch, we're already in kind of work mode. We're already professional. We're already sober. Okay. Yeah. We got to go back to work. So we're not really tipsy. But, after a certain time at night, your girl start talking. Okay. The girl between your legs be like, yeah, he coming home with me tonight. Okay. And you're like, oh my God, I keep falling. But time makes a difference too. What time you go on a date matters. Absolutely. Okay. So I always ask women, and don't, when you go on a date, don't ask relationship questions on the first date. Ask legacy questions, like big future questions, purpose questions. But we be like, so tell me about your last relationship. No.
Help them. Don't do that.
That's not a first date question. A first date question is, what do you do? What does your future look like? What does a Tuesday look like with your wife? Yeah. That's a great question. Yeah. What does a Saturday afternoon look like? Because for men, that's marriage. For us, marriage is the dress, the barbecues. We're going to Six Flags together with our matching shirts. That's marriage for us. Oh, we matching shoes, boo. We got Jordans and the shoelaces match, okay? And so the men are like, oh, but we go in asking about the last date. No.
Yeah, that's a no.
Keep it on a friendship level, not a romantic level. That's a date. Yeah. So I don't feel like you should be at his house. I don't think he should be at your house, because that's easy for some draws to end up on the floor. And he not cute. How about that?
Oh, and it wouldn't even work. Come on, help us.
Oh, Shondo, he not cute, and it wasn't worth it.
So here's the thing.
Keep it professional.
So we're trying. Okay, so through this we're talking about being on the date, kind of what not to do while on the date. But before we even get there, how do we begin the detoxifying process? Like, is it okay to just start dating?
Well, I have two. That's a great question. I have two perspectives about that.
Okay.
If you cannot have a conversation with a man without talking about your past, you're not ready.
Yeah.
You're not ready.
There it is.
If you can't even have a discussion with your girlfriend about your past relationship, you're not ready to date nobody.
Yes.
But if I can have a sober conversation and say, you know what, that was my past, but I'm moving forward. I'm optimistic. I'm ready to move forward. Whatever God has for me, that's what I want. And I'm going to be in position. Right. And that's not even being super deep. That's just, it is what it is.
Yes.
Right. So so if I can't have a conversation about my past without crying, I ain't ready for nobody's date. I'm like, I can't stop. You're not ready, sugar.
Yes. Absolutely.
Like, you feel that lump in your throat when you're on a date? Like, you're not ready. Because the dude is looking like...
I would be even bold enough to say, because I know there are some people that are out there that... I'll say this, and I'm you're looking at you as the relationship expert, so correct me. Listen, don't go on a date if you're dating. If you in a relationship, like there's people who are low key in relationships that don't have titles. You hear what I'm saying? It's like no titles. Okay, it's not like it's you friends with benefits. Come on in here. You got these people on the side that maybe you don't want to put out in public, and then you're dating, but you're still connected. So you have baggage, whether you want to acknowledge that bag is yours. It's right there with you every time you go on. As you're trying to pursue, you're trying to find the new man, bringing all of this other toxic energy, connection, soul ties with you. Like, we need to clean it up. That's my thought process.
Absolutely.
Like, clean it up.
And I agree.
Yes, go ahead.
I agree with you so I want to say something that you said. I want to piggyback on something you said. We got to stop saying being in a relationship. Okay. We have to say I'm exclusive. Okay. We have to say exclusive. Okay. Because if you tell a man we in a relationship, he's like, yeah, we in a relationship. But I'm not exclusive. There is a difference. Okay. So I can be, so in his mind, he's like, we have an open relationship, but then we want to be exclusive. And he's like, no, we in a relationship. I smash when I'm ready. You come over when I'm ready. That's their perspective of the relationship you have. But you have to ask him, are we exclusive?
That's good.
And if he cannot soberly and honestly answer that question, stop claiming these dudes.
Stop claiming these
things.
Right.
Stop claiming them.
And then the next level is you looking for Mr. Right when you're still connected to, I don't want to say Mr. Wrong, but just you have other things connected to you. And when especially when it's dead weight, at some point death has a stench. Okay. And so you're wondering why you can't attract anything. Come on in here, and maybe it's what's connected to you. How do we begin to sever some of those ties?
Well, first of all, and this goes to my first point, is you got to be honest with yourself.
There we go. Yeah.
And some of us are just dishonest. And we'll be like, I'm good. I know he cheated on me with my best friend, my mama, and my cousin, but I'm good. Ma'am, you're not okay. So you can't act like you're okay when you're really not. Be honest and say, I'm hurting. I need to see somebody. I need to talk to somebody. We can't clean this stuff up until we confront this stuff.
Yeah.
We got to be honest and say, I'm still hurting from my last relationship. He really or she really hurt me. They burned me. Right? But we be all like self-love, living my best life.
Living your best life.
Look, girl, I can't. And so then when a certain guy slides in our DM thinking we're whole and complete, and he's like, oh, she's still broken. She's still broken. So let me sleep with her, act like I like her so I can get with her. So it's a pattern.
Yeah.
So we got to be honest. So we clean it up first by being honest and saying, look, Lord, like I'm really hurting right now. So that he can get in there and say, okay, let's deal with this rejection. Let's deal with this low self-esteem. Let's deal with the fact that you really are looking for a daddy. You're not looking for a husband right now. Like, let's talk about that. You're looking for a fathering figure and not me. Like, let's have those honest conversations, because many of us are still single, sis, because God is like, I can't trust you to be with him and neglect me. So no, you're going to be single.
Ooh, wow.
And so when the see, we don't like to talk about God's jealousy of this for the single woman, over the woman, period. He's jealous over us. So that's why if you're a wife and your husband mistreats you, you don't have to fight your battle. The Lord got him.
Oh, you better talk.
But our single sisters, we get it twisted. We have to remember we belong to the Lord. And if he feels like you are going to leave him for Tom, Dick, or Harry, he's going to make sure that you can be trusted with a marriage. You're an intercessor now because you ain't got no options. So when you get an option, will you still intercede for my country?
Oh, that's good. That's good.
So we got to be honest. We got to be honest and stop lying. We got to stop posting this stupid stuff on social media. We got to be open with our hearts, but still guarded. Still guarded. Now, I'm not talking about a wall, because we'd be like, I don't trust nobody. You know what I'm saying? Wait a minute, sugar. No, that's too much. It's too much. Calm down. Okay? The Bible says, guard your heart, meaning don't allow a bunch of foolishness in your spirit. And so we let men who mean us no good tell us things that we can't use for our future.
Yes.
So he learns how to speak to our insecurity and say, he loves me. He don't love you, sugar. He studied you. There's a difference. All I got to do is tell her that I love her. She going to give me whatever she want, her credit card number, her bank statement. I'm going to be on her card. I'm going to have a new card next week, especially when you're a high six-figure earner or higher. And you're a high achiever. You're doing great. You're in purpose. And then this guy is like, oh yeah, I'm finna connect with that. Some of these guys are looking for partners. They're looking for business strategists. They're not looking for wives. They're not.
All I know is that's fire.
Go ahead.
There was I just kind of want to go back to your be honest point, and I know you have a couple other points to hit too. But just kind of dealing with people and this whole honesty thing, especially in living in this world of social media where we get to create the image that we want everybody to see. And the thing is, we deal in dishonesty for so long that we don't even really know what the truth is anymore. And so what we have to do is start to really peel back these masks. Get yourself an accountability circle. Last week or a couple weeks ago, we talked about squad goals. Somebody that's going to tell you for real, a real good sister girlfriend is going to tell you for real, no, honey, that ain't it. That ain't even you. Sometimes we need those reminders because, again, we can't deal with being healed. You think about that when you go to the doctor's office. If I can't tell you where it really is hurting, I can say it's my finger because I really don't want you to know it's something else. And then he's spending the time on the finger and I'm never getting healed. So we got to deal with our truth and got to deal with the honesty. And then we won't be taken advantage of so easily. We're taken advantage of because we don't even know who we protecting. Come on, that's good.
and that goes to my next point, if you don't mind me skipping down to the next point, which is being sure of yourself. Good. Okay. Yeah. And so, now there's this, self-worth, everything is, black girl magic, white girl magic, brown girl magic, whatever. Okay. Yeah. But if you're not sure of yourself when no one is looking, you won't be able to manage a husband, because when that man comes in the bedroom and it's just you and him, honestly, there's an assignment. First of all, if you're dating and you don't want to be married, why are you dating? That's number one. but you're dating to marry. But many of us, we're still single because we don't know what we want. We date based on what we don't want, not what we want.
Ooh, that's good.
Not what we. I don't want a man who got kids. I don't want a man who got 17 baby mamas. He only can need 13.
But I don't.
Like,
I can't have my rule list.
But that's okay. You can have your rule. This is where I have a problem with my single sisters. We morph and we change our standards depending on the guy we like next. So if your last guy had 10 kids and then you don't want the next guy to have 10 kids, he got to have at least 9 for you to go out with him. Okay, like at the very minimum, right? So then we morph into whatever the next guy is. Whatever the next guy wants, that's what we morph into. So you can tell when a single woman has a new man because sometimes her hair changes. If he likes long hair, you got long weave. Ma'am, you ain't never wore no weave, sugar. Why you got weave? Well, you know, Raekwon likes blonde hair, but then 6 months from now, you bald, like you ain't got no hair, like none. You can't even get no color because you don't got no hair.
Quick sidebar, and then don't lose your thought though. Remind me of Tamar Braxton. You remember when she went bald after, you know, right. She said Vince loved that blonde hair, and so she was rocking that blonde hair. And then when she kind of came to herself, here she goes, and she's bald. You know, but it takes sometimes going through all of that. Anyhow.
So being yourself, that's who she is now. Now she's free to be her. And if you have to morph into someone that you are not to be with the man, that's not dating. That's a form of abuse, self-abuse. Because if a guy, there's one thing, now I'm very conscious of what my husband likes, okay? He's a very conservative guy, you know, suburban, you know, whatever. He's very conservative. But I'm loud. I got red hair. I wear red lipstick. Yeah. But he understands that, right? My family told him about me before he married me, okay? And so he didn't walk in like, well, dang, I want her to be this way and she's this way. No, you got to know who you are. See, everybody's saying that, but they're not doing that. Everybody's saying, you know, you got to know who you are. Do you know who you are? And do you know what kind of man you want? And many of us have no clue what kind of, we just know what we don't want. How do you have to identify, go ahead. You identify the kind of man you want based on, I always say, what is a Saturday evening? What does a Sunday afternoon look like for you? Because that's real life in a marriage. That's real life in a marriage, okay? So if you're like, if you date a guy who doesn't like to go out, but you like to go out, then don't date a guy who doesn't like to go out. But then we morph. It goes back to morphing into something we're not. And being honest and telling him, I don't like that. I don't like to sit and watch TV all day. Like, I don't want to do that. But we don't do that. We're not honest with ourselves and with the guys we're dating. Now, when I say dating, I'm talking about exclusive dating. I don't know.
Oh, you're breaking up.
I think the term dating, because we function well with that, I think I'm having a good time. I'm having fun. You know, no sex, of course, because, and when I say no sex, this is when I have clients that are Buddhist. I have clients who are atheists. They don't even believe in God. And when I say, can you fast from sex for 90 days? And they say yes, they say, I hear clearly. I couldn't hear with sex. I couldn't hear. So anyway, being yourself, what you can handle, what you can't. What we can handle and what we can't handle. And that's not fair to the guy or you.
Amen. Exactly. Can you hear okay, Adrienne, because you were breaking up a little bit. And you're frozen. Oh, look at the devil. Because this is good stuff.
Can you see me, hear me? I can hear you. How about you?
Okay, there we go. Keep going. Say something else one more time.
Okay, you can hear me now?
Now I can hear you good.
Okay, all right.
No, that was
perfect.
Good. That was
good.
That was good stuff.
I feel it makes me sad because there's so many women that are frustrating in dating, and the whole world of dating is confusing. And it's like, forget that. Forget what society says. What do you consider a date? What do you consider a date? Not society, but you. A date is sangria and some croissants. What do you think a date is? But a guy is not bad if he doesn't come up with a good date. He don't know you. So he can't come up with something if he doesn't know you.
I would, you know what? That's good advice for me. Okay, I'm gonna take, if y'all look, y'all might not take. I'm gonna take it for myself, because in my brain, like that's one of the things that I deal with. Y'all know I'm y'all poster child for the singles for now, at least. Come on in here.
Please, you know, hold on. Let me stop you. You are not the poster child, ma'am. You are a wife. You are not the poster child for single women. Lift your hands. I'm trying to help you. You are not the poster child. You are a kingdom ambassador. Okay? And I'm sorry to rebuke you on your own show, but I'm just saying, you are not the poster child, because you're prophesying over your life. You are not going to be 76 years old, talk about I'm waiting on Jesus. No, ma'am.
Shout.
You are an ambassador. Okay, because women are not women, single people aren't given a voice, and you are doing kingdom work. So I'm openly rebuking you on your show, sugar. You ain't no poster child. Poster childs are people who are they have no hope. You're not the poster child. You are an ambassador, and you are a wife. And if you weren't, I wouldn't be on here with you. Amen.
Listen,
amen.
Amen. And okay, so y'all listen. Y'all know I'm transparent. I'm fighting back tears. Yes.
Cry, sugar.
So anybody out there who, come on, y'all look at them come with me saying not the poster child. Okay, so I receive that. I am a wife.
Can I say one more thing?
Please.
In that vein, is that you got me in here sweating. The poster child. Here's the thing, because that's what the enemy will put in the spirit realm, will allow us to say out of our mouths, and that's my next point about being kind to yourself. So our 3 points would be honest with yourself, be sure of yourself, and be kind to yourself.
Oh Lord, come on.
I'm back. Sorry, somebody called me. Be kind to yourself. You have to stop saying stuff, putting stuff in the atmosphere, because the enemy, he does what's called hijacking. You can hide. So just like there's demons and there's angels that do miracles and everybody's happy and people getting healed, demons hijack your words. And so many of us are still single because we thought nobody heard what we said when nobody was around. But the enemy can hijack your words and use it against you, and then you're 87 3/4 and still single.
Lies.
So you have to, so we're not poster children. We are kingdom ambassadors for elevating the single experience until you get married. Until.
Girl.
It's not even when, it's until. Because Brandy, if you weren't a wife, I would tell you weren't. I'd be like, sugar, and haven't I told you what we as single women need to work on, right? Single is a mindset. It's not a status. Just like marriage is it's a function. I am a wife because that's a function, but that's not who I am.
Oh, that's good.
Being single is not who you are.
Oh, that's...
So we start saying stuff like, I'm a single woman. Okay, first of all, don't lead with that. My name is Brandy Iberia, and I am the founder and the creator of Saved in the City, and I am a kingdom ambassador, and I help women and men understand that they have purpose in the earth. That's how you introduce yourself.
Come on in here.
But we'll be like, I'm single, I have 3 kids. No, ma'am, you are an ambassador. You are an ambassador. You are not the poster child. And that's for anybody that needs to receive that.
That's what I feel that. I definitely feel that. And that's for anybody who needs to receive that, including me. Y'all already know. And that's good to me. Because that 87-year-old thing was just trying to linger in my mind. And we come against it.
Yeah, we come against that. And let me come against that in another realm, is that what happens is that we get we'll say stuff like, well, maybe I'm not called to be married, you know, because everybody's not called to marriage. Let me tell you something. If you desire marriage, God will give you your heart's desire. But what he will not do is share you. That's what you got to get. Especially when you're a high achiever. Most of the women that I coach are high achievers. And so they're trying, the single women that I coach are high achievers. So they're trying to figure out what's wrong with me. No, ask the Lord, can you trust me with a husband? Because let me tell you something. Once you with these men, you get into these marriages. If you're not honest with yourself, you're not sure of yourself, and you're not kind to yourself, you will get in there and lose everything you learned as a single woman.
Wow.
Everything. Every conference you done gone to that tell you just stay strong, sis, you know, keep your legs closed, you know, yeah, whatever. Now I'm married and I don't know who I am. So God has to know, can I trust her with a husband? Will she forget about me when she's married? Will she make being a wife and a mother more important than her time with me? He's watching that. And that's why many of us are still single. Another reason some of us are still single, Brandy, is because we don't manage. Okay, let me go back. Detoxing while dating. I'm assuming you want to be married, right? So if you're dating, you want to be married, okay? So if you're dating and you're having trouble managing your time, you're not ready to be nobody's wife or mother. And a lot of our single sisters struggle with time management. So I'm begging you, I'm asking you, you gotta get that right. You gotta get this. Lord, show me, where would I lose you if I got a husband now? Would you be disappointed if I picked him and you didn't? Like, tell me what that looks like, right? And so I'm tired of my sisters sitting back and just accepting this. Accepting singleness and just saying, well, maybe I'm never going to get married. You will get married. Amen. And remind the Lord in prayer, Lord, you can trust me. See, we're not praying that. God, you can trust me as a wife. You can trust me. Do we even say that? We'll just say, I just want to be a wife and I want to do your will. And I want to, God, you can trust me. You can trust me with your son. You can trust me to build a legacy with the man that you gave me, not the one I picked. Because we can be married tomorrow.
Absolutely.
Getting a husband ain't the problem. We can all have a husband. You could be 7,300 pounds and still get you a husband, okay? You could be industry standard beauty, or you could be church girl beauty. Whatever the case may be, we all could be married, okay? But the question is, can we be trusted?
Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. Adrienne, Lakeisha Mobley asks, what do you mean by managing your time?
Sure, excellent question. Excellent question. Managing your time is, as a wife, I'm a very, very busy woman because I have very busy children. My husband worked for the bank, so he's very busy. I'm personally busy. I'm in school. So when I say managing your time is, a lot of women want to be married, but I'll say, hey, tell me what your time looks like in a day. Oh, it's just not enough time in a day. You know, I have this, I'm working on this one. Okay, well, where are you in that? And they're like, well, I haven't started yet. Okay, but you want to be married. So your husband's probably going to come to the table with some plans and things that he wants to do. So how will you have time to do what he wants and what God has called you to do? So being in purpose also includes time management. And time, because your husband, I'm telling you, it's like a light switch comes on. I don't care how polished he is when you're dating. Once you're married, it's like a chip just come out like, oh, my wife got it. She got a handle. She got it. She got it. And you're like, bruh, like you were doing this while we were dating. And he's like, no, you got it. You my wife now. So that's what I mean by time management, is that if we can't manage our time in our dating season, we will be overwhelmed as wives. And I see a lot of newlywed wives who are very overwhelmed, especially those who have small children. They're overwhelmed. So I'm begging you, manage your time now. Master your time now. Don't show up to meetings late. Don't show up to functions late. Don't have your own late functions, okay? Especially those of you who have events and the event done started and you still at the hotel, get dressed, getting your makeup artist, got you doing your makeup. Ma'am, the event has started and we waiting on you, okay?
Get them together.
I'm just saying, like, all of that matters. But see, but those are the signals that we're sending out to the spirit realm. Yeah. And we're trying to figure out why we're not attracting the right kind of man, quality men.
That's good.
And so we want a certain type of guy. So the certain type of guy wants a woman that can manage time. Because a man, I always ask my single brothers, I always tell women, have a board of directors, a detox board of directors for your life. So you need some people, some men especially. I have half men, half women on my board of directors for my life, okay? And they'll say, like, one of them tell me, Adrienne, you too fat, you need to get in the gym. I have one of them tell me you need to do this. Like, they all tell me different things. You're treating Donald wrong, you need to fix that. So all of them have a different assignment in my life. As a part of being kind to yourself, you got to get you some board of directors, right? And you get you an accountability partner for your time. So if you say, sis, I want to start a nonprofit organization before I get married, you need to start the nonprofit. Why? Because you already put it in the atmosphere. So the atmosphere is hanging on what you said.
Yes.
You said, I'm not going to get married until. So that means you got to go back. So that you're like, wait, Jesus, hold on. What I meant was, in the meantime, I'm going to start a nonprofit, but you come on and send on Tyrone because I'm ready for him. Yeah. Okay. The enemy is and the angels are listening. We are staffed with angels that we don't even deploy for the things we need.
Oh, I love it. Yes.
So we say, Lord, you staffed me with the complete set of angels to go and get the things you have for me. Right? But we don't use that. We just get in our feelings. When you're on the phone and you're hurting, you may be on your cycle and you're feeling extra, like, weepy and stuff like that. You gotta watch your mouth. Ooh, because the atmosphere is listening to every word. When I tell you there is a demonic stenographer listening to your words. Listening to your words. And they'll go back and they'll read unto Jesus and say, she has said that she wanted, the devil be like, what she say, Jesus? Let me tell God what she said. And the enemy, remember, he's the accuser of the brethren. It's his job to keep us single. That's his job. He wants us to stay single. He wants us to be frustrated. He wants us to be irritated. But our blessing is voice activated. Woo. So if you're saying the wrong things, half of us would be married in less than 6 months if we watched what we said. Honestly. So
no, I absolutely love it. Adrienne, you are so spot on right now. I'm loving every piece of this. I feel like this is my personal session and I'm allowing people to watch. I love it, and that's what it's about. I'm just going to go through some of the comments, and so we can kind of talk back to some of the people. Kia Rach Ward says, what advice would you give to divorced women, but it's not necessarily the same as single women who have never been married? So that's a great question. Yeah, what advice would you give to divorced women?
Okay, so divorced women, and I said this in my last Facebook Live, that there's different categories of single. So you have single, never married, single who they're divorced now, single and never had children, single because they're widowed, single because, this is a big one, ex-lesbians. And woo! That's a big one. We ain't ready. That's a big one. We ain't even got time to go there, but that's a big conversation that I'm having on the low. Okay, I have to have that conversation because there's a whole genre or a whole demographic of women who are in the lifestyle. Now they want to be married to a man and have no idea what to do. Okay, so back to the divorced women. The advice about dating. Here's the thing about my divorced sisters. My divorced sisters are very picky. Very, very picky. And so I take my divorced sisters a little slower, only because, like you said, that detoxing starts with getting rid of what you don't want. Don't put in the atmosphere what you don't want. You ask the Lord, give me a man of wisdom, not a man that's smart or intelligent. You want a man of wisdom. There is a big difference. You want the Lord to send you a mature man who's willing to learn something. Okay, and this is for all of us. The rules are still the same, whether you're divorced or married, whether you're divorced or if you've never been married. The principles are still the same. The difference is the way you carry yourself. Here's the thing that divorced women fight with. We still act married. That's the hard thing. We still act married. And you have to ask yourself, do I still act married? Do I still wear my wedding ring? Do I still carry myself like I don't go anywhere? Whatever routine I had with my husband, my ex-husband, I still do that. Like, do I go out? A lot of my divorced sisters go nowhere. They don't go nowhere. They don't go nowhere. They stay home. They binge watch Netflix. They're like, girl, it's just all about my kids, all about my kids. Ma'am, no. Because your kids gonna leave, sugar, and it's just gonna be you. So, and another mistake, and I was talking to one of my girlfriends about this, is that don't say it's all about my kids until they get 18. That's not okay. That's not okay. It's okay for you to have your date night as Friday night. Get you a sitter, ask mama or somebody to come over and watch the kids. But you got to, number one, date yourself. And number two, be really honest with the guys that you meet and say, I'm divorced, but I'm still getting used to this. Be honest. Because most of the time they're divorced too. So usually especially if you're dating someone or let's say you're dating someone who's never been married, be honest and say, I may do something.
Yes.
And I may act like a wife, but I ain't your wife. Okay. Yes. So it's a signal that we give off, because when you're a wife, you're just a wife. You don't start being a wife when you go down an aisle.
Yeah.
You don't stop being a wife because you're divorced. Yeah. So the advice would be what do I do for fun now and I'm not dating? What do I date myself? Do I go out? Is everything about my kids? That's not okay. You got to get a life outside of your children. You even have to recreate your new what you did in your marriage. Don't let that translate into your single life. Yeah. You still cooking the same foods your ex like. You still cooking, doing the same stuff. Yeah. Well, he liked to watch this show. Don't watch that show no more. You got to change the narrative, reframe what your life looks like as a single woman for now. Yeah. And when people say divorced, it's like a sentence, just like being single. I'm divorced. Okay, but that's not who you are.
Yes.
That's your status right now, but that's not who you are. So I'm not sure. I hope that answered the question. That was kind of a broad question, but the principles are still the same.
And absolutely hit on it. We're just gonna keep moving down, because there's a lot of comments coming. That are loving some of the statements that you said. Demonic stenographer, what?
Ma'am.
Ma'am and sir. Donald Bell says, ma'am, you are not permitted to rebuke the host. Come on, Donald. Yes, she can. Listen. Yes, she can. If I'm blocking my husband, she can absolutely rebuke it. Cause, honey, I'm ready. I'm ready.
Yes.
Danielle says, "Oh, she talks with her angels." All right, Nicole. Lakeisha says she took the open rebuke for her own self. Come on in here. Time management skills are essential. People are just loving it. What do you? I think we already talked about this. What do you mean by managing time? I think we hit that one already. Yeah. Been there, done that. Good stuff for single. Oh, this is Delonda saying, good stuff for single women. Prepare yourselves now before marriage. Let's see, any other questions? Oh, y'all just loving it. I receive people receiving it. Amen. That's where it starts. Come on, everybody support me saying no.
And don't just receive it, but apply it. Apply this stuff. You gotta apply it.
Someone else says they've been mindful of their words lately, which is great. Come on, Ambassador. Speak, Adrienne. Okay, hallelujah. I see y'all. They said people saying they not a poster child either. I know that's right.
No.
Okay, let's see what else. Everybody said, this is good. Good stuff. You never have to be something else to someone else. There's a difference between doing things your man or husband likes versus completely changing to you're unrecognizable to others. That was from Yolanda. That's good stuff. And so, yeah, people are just, pretty much piggybacking on everything that you've been saying. But as we're kind of getting closer to the 9 o'clock hour, let's maybe kind of recap and maybe give some final words. I mean, the points: be honest, be sure, be kind. So for those people who are even just joining, maybe let's give some kind of wrap up, tie up, good words for them to take with them on their single journeys, or for those people who might even be in relationships, help them out too.
Yeah,
y'all joining and peeking in on the single talk.
absolutely. So my final would be, Brandy, or Iberia, is what you say in your moments of singleness or in your moments of frustration.
Yes.
I'm not talking about we got to be careful even with that spirit of venting. We call it venting. I'm just venting. I'm just venting. And the heart does need to vent, but when you do it in the venting, in a moment of prayer and thanksgiving, it guards you from spiritual hijacking. And I don't want to get too deep into that, but if I'm just on the phone with Brandy saying, "Girl, I mean, Donald, he did this and that," and the enemy's listening and the stenographer is taking notes, because if you know anything about the courtroom in heaven, right? Because there's a courtroom in heaven. Okay, so just like many of us have been to court for traffic tickets and DUIs and whatever, we done did some stuff, so we've been to court, right? It's the same system in heaven. When we pray, the enemy hears us, God hears us, and the Holy Spirit hears us. That's right? So Jesus he's our chief intercessor. He's making intercession for you, right? Yeah. And he's listening to us praying even in our frustration. Right? But what happens is when we the enemy listens for trigger words. And he's like, okay, so she said, I'm a failure. She said, I'm a poster child for singleness. She said that he's taking all the words that you said, and then he's reframing your day, your moment, not even your life, but your moment. Wow. With just what you said. You may have been 1 minute, one meeting away from meeting your guy, and you said something out of your mouth, and that, remember, is voice activated. It's voice activated. So I challenge you to change the way you talk about your future husband, the way you talk about your future wife, the way you talk in your moments of frustration. I'll never get married. Don't say that. I don't care if you think it. Don't you say it. Don't you write it in your journal. Don't you text it to nobody, because the enemy reads text messages too. I don't know who told him he didn't, but he can read. Okay. So just because you know, some of us get slick and say, but I didn't say it. You typed it. Okay. Yeah. Or we get on social media. Remember, he's the prince of the air, so he can hijack anything we say, anything we type in frustration. So I challenge you, as you go into your prayer, in your prayer time with God, go in there and say, God, I'm irritated. I want to be married, and I'm this age and I'm still single. God, I need you to show me, shine a light, and you can trust me. Woo! That's good. You can trust me. You can trust me. God, I won't forget what you said. Yes, I went to every prayer conference. I went to every singles conference. I'm woman thou art loose, woman thou art healed, woman thou art skinny, woman thou art natural. I done been to everything, woman, Lord. Come on. Listen, I done been to curvygirls.com. I've done it all. Lord, you can trust me with a husband, with a wife, with a family, and I will not leave you. Because as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. You can trust me, Lord. And don't let the enemy of your soul take your words and use it against you. Don't let the stenographer in heaven have a record of what you said. Wow. Have a record of not what the enemy said. The enemy only reiterates what you said. He's only going to reiterate what you say. He don't have no power, but somehow we give it to him. So my challenge to you is, don't just watch your words, but when you say them, make them count. Yes. God, I thank you that I am a wife. I am a wife that is focused. It's you, my husband. It's you, me, my husband, the children, and then everybody else. God, you can trust me with my time. You can prioritize. I can prioritize. I'm going to make sure my cabinets is full of toilet paper right now. I'm going to make sure I'm I'm where I need to be. So when he shows up, I don't got to get ready. I'm already ready.
I love it, honey. Stay ready.
Stay ready. Stay ready and don't get comfortable. And those of you, I feel this, if you are engaged, just because you're engaged and you got a whole wedding plan, don't mean it won't fall off before the married day. Don't get comfortable because you got a ring. That thing can blow up in your face.
I had a ring twice.
Come on, saints. I mean, date, dress. Oh, so don't let the enemy use your words against you. And I come against that spirit of regret, that spirit of I lost time, that spirit of I'm never going to be a mother. I come against that in the name of Jesus. You are going to be a wife. You are going to be a mother. You are going to be an ambassador already. And even once you become a wife, you're going to go back and get the girls, the women that want to be wives. And say, come on, sis, this is what I did. Show these women how to pray, how to position themselves. We talk about positioning on social media and the apps. That's cool. But I want to be positioned so that heaven and hell know who I am. Woo! So when my husband comes, he don't mess with my man, don't mess with my kids, don't mess with my money, don't mess with none of that. Woo! Watch what you say. Don't let the stenographer catch you slipping. Don't let the enemy hijack your own words and use them against you. You are not a poster child. You are an ambassador. And God just wants to know, can I trust you?
Wow. Y'all, I don't even, wow. Okay? Man, Adrienne, I love you so much. That was, I mean, goodness. Give the people.
I know you're going to get off and go speak in tongues for like 25 minutes.
Do you understand? I've been fighting that thing. Listen. That's what I'm talking. You know I ain't lost for a word now. I'm like, I'm trying to make sure the word is English.
Wait a minute. Brandy say for real, y'all. She going to her closet immediately.
Like for real, oil. I got oil right over here to the left. Don't play. Listen, so you gave them all this good stuff. They need to know how can they plug in to Wifeability, to all of the things you have going on. Give us the scoop. How do we stay connected to you?
Okay, so actually, wifeability.com is one site, but I also want you to go to therealab.com. I'm going to be launching Lifeability, Lifeability, in the next couple months. I have some great things in store. Wifeability has been great to me. It's still an initiative, a part of what I'm doing, but Lifeability focuses more on basic life skills. People don't have coping skills. People don't know how to get over a relationship. I mean, we talked about detoxing, about dating, but that's like a series. Like you really can't really get that in an hour, right? But Lifeability deals with those life things, basic life things like red flags, understanding, okay, so I'm not with a man. What do I do now? I want to do something. I want to start a nonprofit. I know I'm called to ministry, but I don't know what the next step is. So Lifeability deals more with you as a human fulfilling your purpose in life, fulfilling your destiny and being happy, whether you're married or not. And there are a lot of married women who are not in purpose because people think because you get married, that's purpose. That ain't purpose. You just got a man now. Okay. Or you just got a wife now. So Lifeability is about you as a human, us using our purpose to fix the human condition, us using Lifeability to help people understand, oh, this is why I'm here. Oh, I thought I went through that. People that have been molested and raped, and showing them how to use that to help somebody else. So that's what Lifeability is about. When people get out of being incarcerated or in shelters, they are like, okay, bye-bye, see you later. They don't have any coping skills. And so we're there to help people with life and help them do life well. So go to therealab.com, hit me up, stay tuned. You can email me still at wifeability@gmail. If you have any questions, inbox me. I check and answer all of my inboxes. I'm not funny acting because, you see some of these people on live, they be like, my assistant will get back to you tomorrow. Sugar, your daughter gonna call me. Stop it. But anyway, don't get me started. I've been good so far.
You've been amazing. They're loving you so much already. Here, Serena saying, please come to Milwaukee, Brandy. Let's make it happen. Girl, yes, let's absolutely. We've on behind the scenes have been talking about some things. I think it might be about that time. So, we're definitely going to let God have his way. Adrienne, again, thank you so much for coming on. This is definitely not the end. You guys stay connected. Single Talk, for those of you that are just joining, happens every other Tuesday. So if it's happening now, that means what happens next Tuesday, we're not going to be there. So don't be looking for me. But The following Tuesday, we have on Mr. Reggie. We bringing up a fella on to get a male perspective, and we're gonna be talking about swag on 10, the importance of confidence when you're trying to connect with someone else. So, guys, I'm so excited that you guys were able to join tonight. I'll make sure that I put Adrienne's information in our group. So, if you didn't know, we do have a group on Facebook called Single Talk, and then also, Adrienne, you have a group, right, that people can get connected to?
Yes.
It's a wife prep, is it?
Wife prep. It's a private group, so just send me an inbox. And the reason why it's private is because I do talk about sex in my groups, and because I feel like people need a safe place to talk about that kind of stuff, even as a single person. And so, so you can't find it, but you can inbox me, and I'll be happy to add you.
Absolutely.
Whether if you're a married woman, I can add you to Wifeability.
Yeah,
so
we have
either
she got you on all fronts. And
I got
the
you.
last thing before we go, because we got 1 minute, give us just a little bit of something to the fellas, because there's been a few men that have joined on. Maybe just say maybe a couple words for them as they are waiting or even seeking out their spouse.
Okay, can I ask a question?
Yes.
Can I say, okay, I want the fellas.
Yes.
If you don't like her, tell her.
That's good. That's
Hadabo. If you don't like her, tell her. Stop saying we friends. We not friends. You don't like me, not even as a friend.
They try to keep their option. That's, we're gonna start a whole nother topic. That's okay.
I don't care. I'm just saying. You said say something to the men, sir. If you don't like her, tell her. If you do like her, be honest. Don't play no games. Don't be like, I'm trying to see what she gonna do. I'm watching her, and he is. But if it's 6 months from now and you still watching, sir, you don't like her.
You don't like, yes.
And if you are a man who wants a wife and you are feeling like, women, that you don't like women, like you're disrespectful when it comes to the female species, you're not husband material. Because the Bible says to deal with the woman as the weaker vessel, not the weak vessel, but the weaker. So if you don't understand submission to Christ, you will not make a good husband, and she will not be a good wife to you.
Wow.
The Bible is written with the implication that the man is submitting. Mm-hmm. So when the Bible says women submit to your own husband or wives submit to your husband, it's implied that you're doing your job. Mm-hmm. So please come to the women. There's a lot of women who are taught to fix their heart, to get ready, and we got to do all this work and all the heavy lifting emotionally, sir. Mm-hmm. Once you get married, you're the heavy lifter. And whatever is wrong with the marriage, whether you like it or not, God is not going to come to the woman. He's going to come to you.
Listen.
He's going to come to you. Now, he's going to deal with her about her behavior, but he's going to deal with you about the condition of your family. So if you're not ready for the responsibility that comes with being a husband, stay single, stop sleeping with these women, stop letting them slob on you and kiss on you and all of that foolishness. I said it, slobbing on stop it.
Call it out.
Leave them alone. Especially if you call yourself a prophet, a pastor, and you're sleeping with the flock, please stop it. Because we can't heal them and then screw them too.
Jesus.
We can't do both. So, sirs, I want to recrown the men king. Understand that you are a king, that God has anointed you to be a husband, but you got to walk in that before you get married. Because she's going to already be a wife when you get her. And whatever jacked up she is when you get her, the word husband means cultivator. That is what the word literally means. So if you are not equipping yourself, see, women reading books, going to conferences, getting life coaches, wife coaches, booty coaches, fitness coaches, and the men are sitting back like, yeah, I get she an option. I get to choose who I want to be with. That ain't right. That's not right. Men,
spot on.
God has anointed you for a queen. But if you don't carry yourself like a king, you're going to keep getting these chicken heads that take your money. You're going to keep getting these women that don't like to respect men because, or these women who have daddy issues, and then you're mad. Like, oh, well, what's wrong with her? Sir, but look how you treated her. Don't introduce yourself with how much money you got, because all women don't want your money.
Ooh, yes.
Don't do that. But I speak to the men, the heart of the man. You are a king. God loves you, and he's waiting on you to step up. And you know, some of y'all know who your wives are, but you choose to be single. You keep friend zoning the wrong girl. Ooh. And God is calling you to wife her, but you keep friending her. And then you wonder why you're 87 3/4 and still single. Right. Ask the Lord, who is she? Where is she? Show me how to go get her, and then show me how to keep her. And then live happily ever after.
Oh my God. Listen, y'all, that was a bonus for the brothers, okay?
Bonus.
That was a bonus for the brothers. Again, Adrienne, wow. Thank you so much. I'm literally blown away. I cannot wait to go into my closet and have my way on tonight with the Lord. But again, thank you guys for joining us tonight for Single Talk. And until next week, or not next week, 2 weeks from now. Yes. Be encouraged. Stay connected to the group so you can get connected to all of us and stay encouraged. We love you guys so much. See you soon. Mwah, mwah, mwah.